The Zerg pumping the overlords. And now Lita tried to go up and get some more drone harassment there, but he's being fended off very nicely by the Zerg. Zerg has some nicely placed Hydralisk there. And Lita is... he might be getting his upgrades for his Marines. They kind of cut away very quickly before I could figure that out. But looks like the Wraiths are still out trying to get some damage done here, trying to pick at Zerglings, just anything. Cloak coming up for Lita again, so Lita is going to try to do the same thing he did in the last game. But the Zerg is not going for his same build that he went for in the last game, so this is going to be a very different game, I believe. Since the Zerg, he's getting out a couple of Scourge right now to land on those Wraiths. But Scourge are actually not that great against Wraiths because Wraiths are so fast. Zerg's Scourge can't get a whole lot done against Wraiths. They're much better for picking off Valkyries and Science Vessels than they are for tackling a Wraith squad like this. And Lita is repairing his Wraiths. He's going to get them grouped up and ready for another attack run here to pick off drones. Just try to contain the Zerg into his two bases for as long as possible. Building more barracks here, so I think we are going to see another Medic and Marine force with Wraiths. And we'll see if the Zerg has learned how to cope from that last game. Maybe try to get out some more lurkers this time. Oh, the cloak coming up. And the Zerg definitely doesn't have Overlord speed up at all. So Lita is actually in here. Okay, Overlord speed just now came up. And drones being picked at here. Lita trying his best to pick off the drones here. Picking off the drones that are mining the gas. So he got quite a few drone kills there. And now he's backing off with his race. He got the damage he needed. Now he can back off and just group up more. Repair his race, and then go in for another attack run. If he keeps doing that, eventually he will win because he'll be able to get out his Medic and Marine force here and push into the natural because the Zerg will be so far behind because of all the drones he lost. Here comes the Academy and another supply depot, I think. And looks like the Zerg has stopped mining gas here. I don't know if he just hasn't put his drones on gas right now, if he's just trying to get out more drones to get his economy up here, but he's going to be very hard-pressed to make reinforcements here. Lita is getting a ton of Wraiths out right now, and he hasn't even pumped any medics yet, but he has so many Wraiths, and the Zerg definitely knows about that huge number of Wraiths right now since his units went down there. And Lita trying to go up and get a scout with that SCV, but he's not going to get the scout here. He's going to come in anyway with these Wraiths, trying to pick at the Overlords and the Mutalisks here, but I think there are way more Wraiths here, but Lita's got to back off now that the Hydralisks are coming in. Lita's actually losing a lot of Wraiths here. Lita's still trying to fight with these Wraiths, but I don't think he's going to win this battle. The Zerg coming in with an awful lot of Mutalisks there, and Lita is left with a fraction of his Wraith squad, although he still has so many Wraiths. And he's going to have to bring in more SCVs to repair them, I think. Now that the Zerg is getting up a much stronger economy, now he's mining gas, so he's going to be able to support more Mutalisks. And eventually he might be able to get lurkers out as well. We'll see what he does with those Hydralisks. If he just keeps the Hydralisks there, I think that would actually be a good investment, since he'll be able to pick at the Wraiths from the ground. And I think the Zerg just got the scout with that Zergling scout that ran into the base and saw those barracks. So he knows about all of the Marines that are out right now, but still no medics. Okay, there's a couple of medics out now for Lita, so I think Lita is going to push soon as his Wraiths are repaired. He is repairing those Wraiths right now, getting them all prepared and ready to push the front. But Wraiths are about as fragile as origami paper. I mean, you could make a Wraith out of origami. It would be just as strong as the Wraith in StarCraft. But it looks like the Zerg... I don't think the Zerg is expanded again, so he might be stuck in his two bases here. The Zerg is actually in huge trouble here since there is a big force outside of his natural expansion. He's got to keep his Mutalisks close. He's got to do something about this. But if things go... too much like the last game, he's just going to be contained in and eventually pushed by Lita. Lita has come with a very strong game plan today. Oh, he's going to be intercepted by Cloaked Wraiths here, and the Overlord coming in very, very late. Oh, I'm surprised Mutalisks didn't go down there. I don't think I saw any Mutalisks pop there. from the Zerg. The Zerg still has his Hydralisk in here trying to pick out those Wraiths with Hydralisk. This is looking a lot like the last game, and the Zerg is going to have to adapt here and do something a little bit differently than he did the last game. He's already looking a little bit distraught here, trying to figure out, okay, so I've seen this strategy before, now how can I tackle it? He's going to try to group up enough Zerglings to eventually push out and tackle this huge troop. Well, eventually it's going to be a huge troop of Medica Marines here, and the Zerg is pushing out right now. He's pushing out now, which is actually a good idea, I think, but he's still got to fight with these Wraiths. He takes out the entire Medica Marine force, almost all of the Medica Marines going down here, so he's definitely slowed down the push, but now he's so limited as far as Mutalisk count that, oh man, it's going to be so tough for him to fight off these Wraiths. Oh no, the Wraiths are going in uncontested here. Oh, the Zerg, GG's. Lita moves back into the round of 16 here. His another OSL round of 16 for Lita, and he's got to be happy about that one. Going in with the same strategy again, but it was a very nice strategy. Did not allow a lot of options for the Zerg to break out or do anything different. And I think the Zerg, he was just a few Zerglings short there, a few Mutalisks short. He was just a few troops short of being able to break out of that, because he almost broke out of that mini contain there from Lita. But very well played from Lita, and I will be back on Friday for another round of 36 matchup between Cal and the winner of Iron and Zero, which I assume will be Zero, but who knows? Iron, Royal Rotor, maybe? We'll see. This has been Nuke. I will see you guys later.